Hi, my name is Dylan Hamilton, and today I will be going over Brandon Morris's portfolio website. For Brandon's website, what really struck me as interesting was his minimalist look. It has a very easy and simple to navigate structure that had clear, strong branding. His name shows up on every page, and I think that's a really great asset to keep. I also like how your video was placed on the homepage because it often tells us how busy you are, and I think showing off New York City in motion is a great way to represent how busy you are as a person. Your work page made me want to look back at my own because I considered adding photography to my portfolio, and I think this would be a great way for me to do that. While I understand this is a skeleton site of what you're really going for, it does lack a certain je ne sais quoi that can really help us understand who you are as a person. I feel like you need to add the whole world's busiest man thing into your brand somehow because you constantly tell us that, and I kind of like that for you. You might want to add more to the About Me page because I know you, and I know you're a lot more complex than just two sentences, so I feel like by working on that, you can help us sell us on who you are as a person, which I know you can do. One thing that confused me about your work page was your featured gallery. I'm not sure you're creating content that has photos for it, such as logos or photography, and would recommend possibly adding something to your profile that either tells us that or change the layout of your work page, something that's more fitting for what you plan on adding to that page. I know you've also been working on your brand, so I'd love to recommend things that you could utilize when creating this brand to make it your own and really show off who you are as a person. Be sure to consider a solid tagline to replace the name on the homepage, something that articulates who you are but also stops you from being redundant by repeating your name. Consider who your target demographic is when dealing with this website, though. This means that deep thought about who you want to work with will be necessary. If you want to work with more professional people, make sure that shows it, and vice versa. I'm not sure where you're going with your brand. I just have ideas for you to consider when creating that brand based on what I know about you. You really might want to consider adding colors like reds and oranges into your brand because you're really busy, and I feel like that's if you're going to brand yourself like that, which I'm not sure if you're going to. It's just how I feel like that'd be a really great way to do it. You could use very busy colors, and I'm actually really jealous of you for that because it's really, really lucky that you get to work with those types of colors. And I want to always be able to see that you're on the move based on the colors that you chose. Perhaps you could add more emphasis on who you are. Once again, I know I mentioned this, but you work in PR or want to work in PR, so selling your personality is very important. Possibly consider having like a story time with Brandon Morris as a way to kind of sell us on who you are as a personality and make us want to like you as a person more. You could add more emphasis to your brand by giving it a unique logo and maybe an icon to attach itself to your brand. This could be achieved by doing some more work in branding. Naturally, I know this is a skeleton frame, so I'm expecting you already have some of this done, just haven't implemented it. And lastly, looking ahead to other portfolio courses, I'd recommend doing projects that will be finished at the end of the month. This will help you create a lot more content to fill into your portfolio. That way you don't have like things like the slogan of the world's busiest man but nothing on the website. So make sure that there's like branding consistency. Again, I don't know how you plan on branding your website, so I can't give you too much feedback on that. However, this is where I see it going, kind of like with what you advertise and what you sell yourself as, and I really am excited to see how it ends because you are a very interesting person and I feel like this could go very, very interestingly. So I'm super excited to see it. You've done a great job, and thank you so much for your time.